All right, let's talk some Saints. I want to talk specifically about Taysom Hill. Personally, when he was carted off the field on Sunday, I looked at that and I went, that's a guy that might not need to come back and play any more football. Just watching what his body in his mid-30s went through this year, the physical type of play. I mean, I love watching it, but it just seems like a lot. What's your read on Taysom's future?
I think a lot of people would say the same thing as you, but Taysom being Taysom probably wants to continue to play. I mean, the way he got hurt was probably on par for the type of play that he's getting hurt on, fighting for a yard on first down to get a fourth down to get a first down. I mean, that's who he is. That's Taysom Hill, the Swiss Army knife, jack of all trades, all the nicknames. I mean, he got hurt fighting for that 1 yard to extend that drive to keep the Saints' chances alive to win that game. I mean, 39 snaps. I mean, he's been beat up for the good part of the last 3 or 4 seasons, man. I mean, he was healthy for the first few seasons, and now it's just father time has taken over. I mean, that was a hit, man, that nobody would have gotten up from it. I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't trying to do it. I mean, it was like that helmet to the knee, and you could tell, like, all the players from both teams and coaches were just, feeling bad. They were there. I mean, they're heartbroken for him. I mean, while he was getting carted off the field in the stadium chanting Taysom was also, a great way for the fans to, send him out for this season. Yeah, I mean, that stinks, man. I mean, he's a big part of the offense. At 34 years old, you never want a guy who's a gadget player to be one of your biggest part of the offense, but he is, and that's just the way it is. And I don't know, Hunt. I mean, part of me thinks he's going to try to come back and play. I mean, maybe they extend him for another year or two. He's going to be 35 before the season kicks off, so it's going to be interesting. I wouldn't be shocked if he retires, and I wouldn't be shocked if he comes back for another year or two.
If he comes back, could you see him as a more traditional type player, or he would still take snaps and run the ball and throw passes and catch passes and run kickoffs back?
I keep saying, well, whoever's the coach has to find a way to keep him healthy, but, that's who he is.
Yeah.
How could you tell him, hey, we're going to play you just at this one position when you see what he did against the Cleveland Browns and how much of a contributor he is and how productive he is on the field for your offense? I would think the next coach might have to find a happy medium, and when it comes to using Taysom Hill, because they have to have other playmakers. It's plain and simple. You got to find other playmakers, kind of to soften the blow for Taysom if he does come back.
What do you think Taysom's legacy in New Orleans is going to be?
Oh, he's an easy Saints Hall of Famer. I mean, there's no doubt.
Wow.
There's no doubt he's an easy Saints Hall of Famer. He will go into that Saints Hall of Fame once he retires, and he's eligible for it easily. I mean, he was productive, huh? I mean, I think I saw somebody put out a stat that he has the most 30-plus yards rushing touchdowns in Saints history. I mean, that says a lot. I mean, he is what he is. I mean, he did a good job when he was healthy. I mean, he gave the team a spark whenever they needed sparks. Many of times, remember when Sean started him at quarterback, he had a very good record. I think it was 7-1, 8-1. I mean, he's going to go down as one of the better players in Saints history. Because what he was able to do at many different positions. I mean, don't forget he blocked some punts too on special teams, and he's contributed in all 3 phases.
I mean, unique is an overused word. I say that a lot, but it's true because people always try to put a caveat on it. Very unique or more unique. Unique just means one of a kind, and he is a unique player. There's never been one like him, and there may not be one like him in New Orleans for a very, very long time. So, yeah, I see that. It's just a little bit surprising to hear that for sure. Where does this Saints team go now without him? Now without Rashid Shaheed, without Chris Olave for the time being? I mean, what do they do offensively?
Oh man, they're going to have to lean heavily on Alvin Kamara, Jawan Johnson, MVS. I mean, that's pretty much all they kind of really have. I mean, you saw some flashes from Kevin Austin, but I mean they're really running out of players here. Huh? I mean, they truly are. I mean, they got 5 games left, and you would think they can win the Giants and Raiders games and maybe sneak one more, but it's going to be tough to sneak one more win over one of those other teams like the Commanders, Green Bay, and what's going to probably be like 3 degrees in the snow on Monday Night Football, and then at Tampa Bay to close out the season. So, man, hopefully they can sneak out those 2 wins against those two other bad teams. But that's just where they are now, man. I mean, they suffered devastating injuries on that that offense, and it's started to take a toll on them.
What's the temperature of the city right now?
It's probably like 55.
Thank you for
degrees.
that. Figuratively speaking.
Well, honestly, I think they're just ready to get it over with.
Yeah.
I know it's another topic, but you have the Pelicans and the Saints, and it's not great. I mean, yeah, the Tulane has been great for them. I mean, it's crazy to think on this day right now, Tulane has more wins than both of those teams combined. But right now, it's Saints. It's like, come on, let's get this over with. Let's see who the coach is going to be. Let's see how the front office retools this team in some form or fashion. How they do in the draft. I mean, Mickey or whoever the GM is going to be moves back in the draft for the first time in forever. This team needs players, Hunt. I mean, there's no ifs or buts about it. They need players in a very bad way. And I think the only way they're going to be able to do it is in the draft. So this is going to be the most important time in the Saints franchise since after the 2005 season before they hired Sean Drew.
We'll see how it shakes out. We'll be talking to you along the way. Safe travels up to Baton Rouge, and hopefully I'll see you tonight.
All right, Hunt. See you tonight, hopefully.
Sharief Ishaq, WDSU, down there in New Orleans.
Hey, it's Hunt. Thanks for watching Hunt on Saints. Before you leave, help us out a little bit. Hit that like button, leave your comments in the section below, and hit that subscribe button so you get all our content right here from Hunt on Saints. We'll see you next time.